Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third-party review. In today's video we're taking a look at the latest offering from X-Transbots. This is their Interceptor Ballistic, their take on a masterpiece Misfire from Season 4 of Transformers G1, or Headmasters, as we got in Japan. A little bit of info there on him. And what have we got on the back here? We've got a variation of the toy versions, all battling off. That's a great artwork on there though. You do not get instructions with these anymore. You can now scan the QR codes to have an instruction video. We no longer get instruction booklets. Without further ado, let's crack him open. And here we have him out of his plastic prison. I've tried to mimic how he holds his Tiger Master in the show. He kind of just grabs him and is aimless, I think, his Tiger Master. And yeah, he can't shoot properly. Misfire can't shoot straight anyway. And I think in all 3 episodes, he crashes, I think, as well. So I don't even know how he's still going. But this is a gorgeous looking piece. X-Transbot have definitely nailed the aesthetic. It is not without its flaws. I've got some minuscule marks on the plastic on this. There are some areas I have concerns about as well. But all in all, it is a very good looking take on the Target Master. I'm glad that we're getting the likes of this, and we're getting trigger happy. We're getting those figures that nobody else seems to kind of be delivering at the moment, although no doubt now this is doing circulations, Fans Toys will probably announce theirs is coming as well, but these are good. These look especially good alongside the likes of the Constructicons and alongside some of the Headmasters as well. These work especially well with the Make Toys Headmasters and Target Masters. The Fans Toys are probably a little bit bulkier than these. These are very narrow, slimmed down figures, but I'll show you that in the comparison nonetheless. But yeah, he's a good looking bot. Nothing more to say really. He looks exactly like you would expect. A little disappointed that we don't get both heads with this cartoon version. The initial early looks did show off both heads. We do get an additional grumpy faceplate. Mine just stays in the box. I'm not going to bother getting that out. But yeah, it's a nice leap forward. I love how they're doing the Target Masters now as well with all of that die cast. But all in all, it does exactly what it needs to. He looks the part, he feels the part, but like I said, he is not without those flaws. Before we take a look at Misfire himself, let's just take a look at our little Target Masters. This is nice. It's nice and sturdy, very robust. Legs can just come down, come down. Look at that ab movement there. And then this section comes up and over to the back there. Really good looking piece. Articulation on the head, up, down. Got rotation on those shoulders. Got a bend on the arm at the elbow. Got that abdominal crunch. Part of the transformation, but it's nice to have. Nonetheless, legs can come forwards and bend, and we do have pivot on the feet as well. He is coming up slightly smaller than what we're used to with these Target Masters. I mean, I guess it's almost kind of dependent on which brand route you took. These do kind of vary quite a bit. These are the Being Human figures. That's how I kind of see the Nebulons, that kind of height. So yeah, maybe he is a smidge too small. Maybe he's just a short guy. They do vary, I guess, don't they? And obviously we have the masterpiece Daniel there in his dad's mech suit. Yeah, smidge too small. Now alongside some of the Fans Toys bots, he does look somewhat small. He's much more slender. Doesn't look out of place. Again, very in keeping kind of paint applications. Love the off-white used, very cartoon accurate. But he has such a slight frame compared to those headmasters. Scales slightly better with the Make Toys headmasters. Bring in some of the ones that are kind of in their season 4 kind of era. Blur, that is a Target Master, of course. So again, that does kind of work in my opinion. These do look kind of more in keeping. Just going to show you he's not out of touch with the rest of the collection. It's mainly the fans toys bots that are kind of towering over him. Scales well obviously with the rest of the X-Transbot. He scales well with the KO Seekers and the KO Coneheads and the likes of Magic Square as well. But that's enough scale comparisons. Let's take a look at the actual figure. The head can go up, down, left and right. Shoulders can go around, up, down. We've got a butterfly joint on there. There is a upper bicep rotation, double jointed bend on the arm. There's pivot on the wrist, which is always incredibly welcome, and articulated fingers. These 3 are pinned together with a separate trigger finger and thumb. With the waist, it does come forwards. So we have that abdominal crunch. Nice the fact it's on a ratchet, and then we get that rotation there as well. There is no side to side motion on the waist though, but still it's very welcome. We have hip skirts to the front and side, allowing for the lace to come this far forwards, this far back, out to the side, upper thigh rotation in there. Lovely bend on the knee, revealing those thrusters. I did put the insignia on there myself, that's why it's on the wonk. Up and down on those feet. There is a pivot on the foot as well. Not the biggest pivot in the world. I think it does kind of get stuck here. That's enough to get a nice wide stance. Micro ratchets going forward, and then we've got the ball socket going out to the side, which allows for us to get a much more kind of natural stance on him. Very, very dynamic figure. Very good looking piece. I love the fact we can move these wings. They go with the arms, same with the legs. Gorgeous colour, isn't it? This is the slight marking. See there, look. I don't know if you can just about catch us a few scuffs on this section here. Look at how trim he looks. Can't barely get balance. There. Look at that. Something I don't really understand. He kind of holds him. The handles that come with him don't fit in the hands. They're designed to peg into the vehicle mode. The idea is that you're meant to turn this guy into his weapon again, and then this plugs into the back of the hand flicks round. I don't remember him holding him like that in the cartoon. Maybe I missed that. Maybe I should go back and watch Rebirth. Yeah, I just don't recall seeing it held by like the back as a peg. I could be wrong. I'm not really sure why they've decided to go that route. Maybe somebody could correct me. They're like, oh no, Ben, he definitely held him like that. That's that, or whether that was just something, a design choice, I guess, that they went for. Personally, I would have still liked like some handles at the side, something, or some magnets, just so he holds him like he has no control of him whatsoever. But yeah, the idea is you can fold these hands in, and on the back of the hands, which panel made this one? On the back of these hands, there is a port for the gun to just peg in like that, which again, I guess, is a design choice. Right, transformation, same on both sides. So I've already started that side. I'll open the inside of the hand, so like I did with the cannon. Fist just collapses in to the void. Bring that around, straighten off this arm here so it collapses down, like so. There we go, that's all the way down. This section here opens up, and if you look at this side piece here, this is gonna untab like so, and then rock, and there's this sliding hinge. This is the one I'm not sure of. This feels a little bit asking for trouble in my opinion. I could see something breaking on this hinge, but there we go. That's out of the way, that's down and out of the way. This section here is going to open up on the chest like so, and that's going to fold in on itself like so, and the head is going to come forward like this. And with these down, this entire back piece here, he says, should lift up, there we go, and out, and then this here should come away like this, and it should, I think, that's out, that's out, that's out. We are where we're meant to be, I think. This bit does concern me a bit. I just don't like how you try and line these sections up here, which is not overly difficult, but I worry that you're kind of applying pressure to this hinge when you're trying to push these in. So you have to just kind of be very wary of this section. Now, this section here itself is going to rock forwards. This section here is going to come up like this, so it's free to come over, and it's going to come all the way under like so. This is then going to come out like this, and then this can come back in and locate on there like that. And then you've got this gap behind the head now. The head should fold back and back like so. And then these wheels are going to come all the way forward. And then this section here is going to close off behind those wheels. And, oh, too far, too far, too far. I think there. That's where you want to keep it, just there. And this is the port here that I'm not overly happy with. This is thickish paint. If you see, mine actually did damage to the paint trying to push that back in. These are on sliders, so it slides in like so, so it lines up, and then this is designed to go in to that tab, and that side pushed in absolutely fine. This side, however, the paint was way too thick. This is going to come up, and that's going to line up with these, lock that into position. And you can see we've got a tab here, and these nubbins here. Make sure we bring this up, like so. And then these are going to just clear the end, clear the end. Come on, there we go, 1, 2, one, 2, right, nearly, come on, nearly there, 1, 2, and 3, there we go, there we go. Right, our next point of action is to push these thighs all the way out until they click. This section here, you have to push up. So you get this panel line here, and then you get this peg available here. The arms are in the way kind of all of the time. So that's just unfortunately how it is. This comes up, this here undoes, and this is gonna come up and wiggle on a sliding hinge, so it comes forwards like this, side, there we go. That slides around like so. This then comes down and tabs in to here. This is going to come out of here like so. This comes up. There's this tab here. Push that around and that comes all the way over and tabs in to here. We can then bring the foot in like so, And then this whole leg is going to flip and rotate around. And what we're looking to do is line this tab up here with this peg here. Aim for those to begin with. This is going to come round, it's going to come down. So we're going to, this slots into the middle, come on. There we go, right. There. That's gonna, come on. There, that's lined in. This is gonna come into this section here, like this. That'll push and tab in there. Make sure you put this leg piece down, 'cause it does get in the way. Then you can see the arm is going to tab into here and in like that, and then that's going to push and lock into this leg piece there, and then lock and secure that in. So that's in there, that's in there, that's all in. That's nice and tight. These come out, that's there, that's there. Bring the wheels up, bring the wheels up. And last but by no means least, we can rock these wings up, like so, and kind of have them at that sort of angle, I think, is how they're designed to go. I've just compressed his wheels now, haven't I? But there we go. That's a pretty decent take on his vehicle mode. It's not the nicest of transformations. These do keep collapsing as well. This does not want to sit in there how I would like it to. Yeah, these are not going to stay upright, are they? They don't lock in. Maybe I should have put them the other side of this notch. Maybe. I don't know. He does have a nice cab. If I just move this, there we go. Look, there's a little seat in there. Look, very much like the original toy. And then our Target Master can just sit on top. But yeah, definitely going to be displaying him in his bot mode. It wasn't overly a fun transformation, but A to B, both A and B look fun. They look good, but the journey between the two is yeah, not amazing. That's a good looking bot, isn't it? Good looking vehicle mode, really reminiscent of his original toy. And quick scale comparison for his vehicle mode, exactly what you need it to do, really. I don't imagine many people are going to be getting this for its vehicle mode, but the option's there, and it's a good looking vehicle mode. It just doesn't quite hold together as I would like. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you have this? Have you ordered the toy version? Are you looking forward to Trigger Happy? I know, I definitely am. Until next time, for myself and the rest of the Collectibles household, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.